The center aspect of a hero's journey is always the personal challenge. The protagonist must face external forces and inner struggle to undergo significant growth, to which they become wiser, stronger, and more enlightened. Throughout the history, we got Hercules cleaning the table to save the world, Bobo saving the world with nose hair, we got Satan reviving his demon army by working in a fast food restaurant, and finally we got Tortoise and the rabbit race. You know, the tortoise would have been way faster if he's in a 350Z. Well, anyway, as a VQ owner, the journey always starts with lowering your car. What VQ owner doesn't want to be a stance boy and driving around flying like a spaceship? And today we're gonna do that by lowering my car on a budget! You see, my 350Z, I got it from Marketplace. And throughout the whole journey, if you guys realize, most of the part is actually second-hand. We're gonna do that again! Coilovers from Facebook Marketplace! Alright, but without further ado, let's get on Facebook Marketplace and see how we can do this on a budget. Yeah, I found a good listing. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Cheap red bricks. Probably low enough. Well, let's message him and ask if it's still available. Can we pick up today? Alright guys, so today we're out in the field looking for... Oh wait! Hold up! SPC rear camber arm? Bro, what the fuck? Yo! SPL Pro V3 upper control arm? Ah, hold up, 1 second, I saw something. What is that? REV9 Hyperstreet 2 350C True Style Coilover? Alright, here's the goal for today. If you see over there, you can see a train rail. If our car is dense enough, let's make our goal to be able to basically drive on train rail. Because if we're wide enough, we're just like a train, right? You know, I kind of also see it as a challenge as well. Because every YouTuber is just like, let me throw on $5,000 wheels, $5,000 parts, 60 million engine in your car. And here, I'm putting on like second-hand $100 coilover on my car.
That's literally crazy.
Like, you know, it's kind of like... You know, passing on the legacy. Legacy, if you know what I'm saying. Alright, but jokes aside, this is how much I spent. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment. I got the car checked up already. Today we're going to do coilovers and upper control arm on the front. And then we got different arms at the back. For the coilover, I'm going with REV9 Hyperstreet 2. These are more on the budget range, around 500 brand new, but I actually got them for $200 off OfferUp. They're literally brand new, never used. Yeah, a lot of people say like you should go with KW, BC Racing. I mean, baby, I am not afraid of die. I'm not driving over like 120 miles per hour, so this is... And these Hyperstreet one, actually you can do 32-way adjustment on the stiffiness. Speaking of stiffy, I'm all hot right now looking at these. You just have to replace the upper control arm here and also take out the stock strut. The upper control arm, we're replacing it with these SPL I got from Marketplace for $120. I think they're actually brand new for like $600, so I got a really great steal. These allows you to have camber and also caster. I recently got this Milwaukee Fuel stubby impact gun, and dude, this is literally a life changer. Way better than Ryobi stuff. So let's get to work. Stock strut is out. Whew. Upper control arm out. Alright, first look at the upper control arm. You can see it's way beefier. Actually, that means it will be more heavy, but yeah, for this part, we'll keep with all the slats here. So there are 3 slats right here that you can adjust camber after your alignment, so you can easily do it at home. Like you can just unscrew these,
and put these on, right? So what we're gonna do is just, we wanna keep it stock. We'll never do positive camber anyways. So we'll just probably leave this at the most inner actually, because it seems like most inner is same as stock.
Okay, one thing special about these SPL control arm is that for this specific version, you do have to shave off these metal things on top of the knuckle. So we have to grind down some metal, and I got the tool for it. All right, whatever we do, safety first.
Oh my god!
And there's gonna be sparks, so I'm gonna put on a mask. That's the only one I can find in my house. Let's get to work.
A few moments later.
All right, Chet, I'm really proud of myself. Let's see my end product. Look at that. OEM quality. Dude, if I don't tell anyone, no one would have guessed I grinded. Man, shit, for real. That was scary as fuck. All right, I adjusted the strut to around, I don't know, stock height. And yeah, let's try to put it on. And here's the front done. Pretty straightforward, just 2 parts. And just as I was lowering the car down, finishing the other side.
Oh my god, what is that?
And that's right, my dumbass dropped the whole jack on the side skirt and cracked it. Alright, now we got the front done, let's go to the back. I really recommend these gloves. I got them at Home Depot for around $8. It's called Gorilla Grip. And they're definitely grippy. It's like our last 2 seconds. The rear suspension will be slightly different. As you can see, the car here has its own strut tower here, and then the spring bucket here. This is called divorce setup. Most cars, like my parents, are divorce setup. So today we're gonna change this to a true style coilover, meaning the strut bar itself has the spring in it. And we can also adjust, I believe, toe better because of converting the spring bucket to an actual adjustable bar. Strut out. All right, so here's a few things we're gonna do. First up, we're gonna match the length of the rear lower camber arm. These are basically the same length. And for the coilover, I want to drop the rear a little bit more than the front, so it's short, it's slightly shorter. And also I'm gonna count the threads to make sure left and right is the same. And then I also matched the rear toe arm to the bucket length. Yeah, and I also did a little upgrade and put on the ISR eccentric lockout bolt. So now even driving over pothole wouldn't mess up our alignment. Yeah, if you didn't know, the 350Z bolt, you can actually twist it for different toe and camber at the rear. That one basically centers it out, so what is done at the alignment shop is the final product. Oh yeah, and while I was under the car, I might as well install my GK Tech diff brace I got from Black Friday. Yeah, in general, it just holds your diff in place so there's less wheel hopping, and also kinda, you know, save your diff bushing a little bit. It looks pretty neat, but my only concern is that it completely covers the drain bolt of your diff. Not like I'm gonna do it anytime soon, but you know, other brand doesn't cover it, so that's one concern. You have to release it every time you do a diff fluid change. So after installing all the parts, we're off to alignment, but my car is driving like absolute shit. You can literally hear all the tire just squeaking and all the suspension just... Yeah, not gonna lie, I was driving super slow that day because even if I turn the wheel a little bit, it's literally like swinging and my car is like leaning all the way to the right, so I basically have to drive crooked. Yeah, my deepest apology to all the cars on the road that day, man. My bad. But safely, we arrived at the alignment shop and parked next to this beautiful yellow Z right here. I came to DI Motorsports as recommended by some fellow Tritons from the car meet last time. Another Z arrived as well, and it took around more than 1.5 hours, but finally alignment is done. So let's go over it. So right after the coilover install is the thing on the top. You can see toe is way off, camber is off on one side. My car was literally swinging when I was trying to steer straight, so I have to like literally swing the steering wheel all the way left and right to keep it from going straight. Caster was also really off, and so does toe. And here's after the alignment. So here's the final look of the car. To be honest, it's already scraping a lot before because of the body kit and its fiberglass, so I'm not dropping it by that much. But to protect the car a little bit more, I got this undershroud so it doesn't scratch the oil pan when it goes down like slope, because now it's slightly even lower. To install this plate is pretty easy, it's just a few 10mm bolts, but it's a really tight space under the car. And that's where today's sponsor comes in, AUXITO. Shout out to AUXITO for sending me their portable battery jump starter set with dual panel LED. If you work under your car a lot, you know that there are times these light torches just doesn't fit in tight spaces. But with this AUXITO car jumper, you can use it as the light under the car, which I love a lot. If one light's not enough, you can have two panels as well. And we all know the struggle of project car where you can't really drive it most of the time because it's on jack stand. And sometimes you just hate waiting for an hour for the insurance company to come jump your car. On top, you can also use this device as a USB charger. It has a Type-C and a normal USB, so you can charge your phone or whatever thing you want. AUXITO is a brand I've been using way before this sponsorship, and their product has been doing me well. My LED bulbs are just as bright as my future. So thank you very much for AUXITO for sponsoring this video, and use my code Sriracha for 15% off on any of their products, or use the link in the description below. Shout out to all my supporters for making this happen too, bro. And here's the underskid plate installed, protecting my oil pan perfectly. So I'm going to tell you guys my experience after 2 months of owning these coilovers, driving on them almost daily. Instead of me just saying it, why don't I just show you? So here's a few clips of me driving in the morning to watch sunset with my dog. So here's the inside cockpit with the camera tied to my chest, me figuring out it doesn't work out, so I switch angle, and the sun is not out, so it's dark as hell. But as you can see, I think it's ride pretty smooth. The biggest problem people usually say is that when going through speed bump, cheaper coilover usually bounce pretty crazy. Something I want people keep in mind is that these coilovers are 14K in front and 12K in the back, so it's way stiffer than other suspension like BC, which I believe is 10K in front and 8K at the back. So obviously it's more stiff, meaning the spring bounce a little bit harder when it's being bounced. And that's good and bad in different ways. Definitely way better to solve body roll problem. Keep in mind, I haven't tried bigger brand coilovers, so I don't know if they're actually like way better, but now I'm riding way better than stock. At least I feel like the spring or the valve are all working well, and people online have been saying if you really want it to be softer, you can just switch out the spring, just follow the spec and you're good. Overall, I think it's pretty well. After a little bit of driving, we finally reached the top. Sadly, it's a cloudy day and we don't get to see the sunset. And in life, you don't get everything you want, especially money. So here I'm building a 350Z on a budget with different parts. I'm not here trying to prove anyone wrong, but just saying here's my journey, and if you guys think this is useful, I hope it helps you. But finally, I can say it loud. We did it! Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! Shut up! What the fuck are you doing? I gotta go! With my REV9s! In my Z! I'm trying to be fucking nice! You see, I'm trying to be nice! You're forcing me to be bad! But I'm trying to do a good thing! So just chill the fuck out! I gotta go!